Who is it?
It is Princess Seia.
By all means, come on in. Your Royal Highness, I am afraid that the affairs of late have left me rather absent during your visit here. I would have liked to talk to you more. Oh, I was more than pleased by the past visit alone. I am most grateful for another. And you are well now, I hear. Very much so. I have, never felt better. Very good. It would have been a shame to spend your last week here ill. I do hope you enjoyed this place, regardless of the circumstances. Oh, I really have. Your land is breathtaking and your people so kind. I have been in good company. Yes, I have heard. My brother, Livius, he has kept you entertained, hasn't he? He's been most kind and caring. I do appreciate the hospitality and attention he has given me. It is a surprise. A welcome one, of course. A surprise? How so? He is most often carefree in his ways. He floats about, paying little mind to anything. He likes what he likes, and he does what he does. His attention is most often fleeting. I am quite aware of his tendencies, former and current. We have had many conversations as such. I dare not say it is a bad thing, nor am I implying so, though I admit it irks me, and pleases me as well. I know very well of the hardships you both have had. He's grown up happy and unhappy, but he lives a life in which he can be fleeting, thanks to you. He did smile quite falsely and continues to, but he shows kindness and grace to me without such lies. His love for me renders him unable to, I think. Love, you say? That is a rather strong word. I do not think I could call it much else. And do you love him? Perhaps you would think it too soon. But I do. Perhaps it is naive of me to think of this as love. Most would see it as infatuation, but it is not so. How would you describe it then, this feeling of love, as you call it? Are you worried for your brother? I know why, but I would never take advantage of him. I am worried. I suppose he has disclosed to you his past. I will not speak of it unless in his presence, but such a thing has made me wary of anyone that interacts with him, of anyone that claims to love him. That is reasonable, but I care not for his status. Such a thing hardly matters to me. I do not gain any amusement from his pain or suffering. And though I feel a otherworldly attraction to him, I feel it is not superficial. He does not make me blind to the truth or to who he is. This attachment to him is more than a temporary one, or one born out of ulterior motives. You seem kind and truthful. As you are aware, it's hard to hide the truth from us, from the imperial family, due to the gifts bestowed upon us. We see intentions very clearly, through hues that emanate from your body. Though not always accurate, if you are sly enough to find tricks around it. But it is more than sufficient enough to see through the average person. But if one loves another enough, they'll make themselves blind to their true colors. I understand. I know you are protective of Livius, despite the distance placed between you even now. You're looking out for him, as kin should. Despite the other forces, well, frankly, your mother, she has been unkind to both of you, pitting you against one another. And even if you can see how cruel she is, you can't help but love her, can you? But I promise that I hold Livius very dearly, even within such a short amount of time. I know not of what the future holds for us, but during the time being, I wish to be close to him, to be his confidant and friend, to stay in his heart. Well, I too would have been concerned about the time frame, but I see you wish to grow with him, and I am glad at the very least he has someone like you by his side. He might seem confident and lively, but in truth, it's just another mask. Though he's very sociable, it never goes beyond that, just talk. It's just to keep up appearances. A big show, if you will. So, it's quite unusual and pleasing to hear the lengths he would go for you. Ah, you must be speaking of our trip tomorrow. Yes, I too can see the effort he puts in. He's much concerned regarding my illness, so I'm rather thankful he's taken the time to seek out help during my, remaining time here. Well, I hope it will be fruitful. Oh, Livius. Good evening. Good greetings, brother. I was just here to visit our guest. I heard she was off on a trip with you, and wanted to stop by and say hello, in case I could not give her my farewell. Of course I am. Your sister was wonderful to talk to. What? Do you think I'd be rude to our guest? You think so little of me. I suppose it's a bit of a surprise. You're right, Livius. Typically I would be with the Queen at this hour. She's gotten busier, as of late. I don't see her as often and such. I found the time to visit, but I will be on my way. Have a good trip, you two. I hope you find what you're looking for. Thank you, Princess. Have a most wonderful evening. No, Livius, trust me. She wasn't rude or crazy or anything like that. You make her sound like a madwoman. I know. You're just worried. It's true. She still carries love for your mother. But she is yet to be tainted. She may seem to keep you at an arm's length, but she does so to protect you. If she shows any weakness, you know your mother will exploit it. But truly, she was just here for a pleasant conversation. Indeed, it is true. A pleasant conversation. She was curious about the rather sudden change in behavior from you. You care for me. That surprised her. But I hardly think it is one. No? I think you've always been kind. You just hide yourself far too much. Don't be so bashful, though I suppose it's rather cute. Don't do what? You really are cute, though. What? We did say we'd be transparent about our feelings, didn't we? You're quite adorable, so it's hard not to say it. And you're very sweet as well. Thank you. Oh, speaking of sweet, it is rather kind of you to arrange this trip for me on such a short notice. I know it must have been quite a lot of work to organize it all. I too hope the trip will be fruitful. Perhaps we will find something that helps link everything together. All my symptoms, all this pain. Something about Lady Vendre even. But I appreciate the effort, all the same. I have always wanted to see Campi. I've read books about it, but I never visited. My father said all the snow and frost was far too much for my constitution. But I've dreamed of visiting the home of our ancestors. Much of my kin is still there. I'll be glad to see my aunt once more and Cyril as well. Oh, I'm sure Cyril was enthusiastic. I know he's been quite the studious boy all his life, so he must be quite excited to help the Imperial family with his skills. I think he's actually quite fond of you. Well, I heard mentions of you before, remember? While I was at Morai, participating in the chorus and getting treatment from St. Straya, I ran into Cyril quite a few times. He was researching dragonfolk, in fact. His, mother, Countess Nacaea of Cytus? I believe she was born in Morai, a human mother and a Storian father. We got into discussion about the history of various bloodlines that intersected within the various royal families, as well as the imperial one. It led to the discussion of, well, your family. The tidbit he mentioned of you. He mentioned your reputation, that you were a brilliant student, but the rumors and circumstances of your leisurely activities muddled your shine, as he put it. If people could look past it and see you for your intellect, he said, I suppose it makes you a bit unassuming, unambitious, and all for fun and folly. But in some ways that was the point, wasn't it? But anyhow, I suppose that's why he's so eager to work with you. It's rather adorable of him. Oh, please, Livius. Adorable in a childlike way. He seems rather young, though he seems to feign his maturity quite a bit. Well, I suppose this will be quite the exciting trip for him then, to help research in such a great library, and an ancient one too. Indeed, I do think it will be a good trip for all of us, beneficial in each and every way. Thank you, again. Livius? Will you stay a while tonight? I just want you to be next to me for a while longer is all. We don't have much time left anymore. Why don't you tell me more about your life? I have seen it all, yes, but I want to know from you, from your own mouth. Perhaps you can start with your earliest childhood memories, the happy ones. Hiding under tables? During parties? Where did you learn to do that from? You must have given your parents a big fright, huh? Even then, you were a troublesome tyke. I can imagine it now. Little ones running about and making a mess of things. Oh, I hope it wasn't too soon to talk about such a thing. But imagine, two perfect little ones causing havoc amongst the family. I can really see it, you know?
Your Royal Highness, Prince Livius, and Your Royal Highness, Princess Vienna. It is a pleasure to meet with you both. I apologize for the wait.
Thank you, Cyril. You're not late by any means, so do not apologize. In fact, we should be thanking you for taking the time to meet with us under such short notice.
It is an honor, ma'am, to serve Prince Livius and yourself. It is what a humble servant ought to do.
Indeed, Livius is right. You need not be rigid with us, please. It will not do. Just Livius and Theina are all right. You're doing us a great favor after all, and you are practically family to me.
If it pleases you both, then very well. Now, we best get going. I know we cannot stop very often due to the time constraints. We will travel at night and rest shortly in the daylight.
Oh, are these the Equinix? A most lovely and special creature. I've never seen one in the flesh and have only read of them. Gentle yet hardy, aren't they?
Indeed. These are special creatures meant for night travel, treasured across their natural habitat in Cytus and Mount Campi. I assure you that our travels to Mount Campi will be met with ease, thanks to them.
Yes, let's begin our journey. Thank you, Livius. Yes, very comfortable. I promise. I must thank both of you, really. I did not think I would ever get the chance. I've been looking forward to this ever since you brought it up, Livius. I do hope this will bring us some answers.
Speaking of answers, when you contacted me, I was surprised. Though it was just a legend, I too knew it must have come from some sort of truth. So I looked through my family's library and my uncle's.
Once Livius knew of the sudden transformation, he acted on whatever knowledge he had. I knew of Campi's involvement, but not so much of Cytus's. What exactly did you find in your libraries?
Well, frankly, not very much. It seems to have been a stain on the family, our involvement with vampires. Any mention of such a thing begins with Duke Avon, but tapers off quite quickly. You are correct to say so, Livius. Duke Avon is recognized as one of the greatest in Cytus's history. Without him, we may have never gotten access to the mines of Campi. Could have lost a great ally if not for Duke Avon's efforts.
So then, how exactly is he involved in all this? Why do rumors begin during his reign?
Well, take a look at these. Between Lord Avon and his stewardess.
Not just any letters, Livius. Love letters. Hidden between the messages of business. Here, listen. It is upon Morena's blessing that spring is to soon come upon us. The skies have begun to open, and a sorrowful rain has cast itself upon the land, my lord. I do believe that this shall be fruitful for your success after such an unfavorable winter. May you return soon from Manium. The sky shall surely rain for a while, so let your travels be quick and safe. Etherbend. An unfavorable winter, a colder relationship, spring coming up upon them, a newfound love or even life. The rain might be her continued affections that will remain, waiting for his return.
I could not read between such lines. I was going to simply say that the stewardess was a veiled woman, often seen closely tending to him. There's not much known about her, but there were rumors that she was, well, a vampire. This letter, I believe, to convey the use of her powers.
Perhaps we are both right. A show of her powers. If all that is true about vampires. Rain for a fruitful spring, and rain as a show of her love. Do you know any more?
She was his only counsel up until her death. Unfortunately, not much more, but I realized that my aunt might know better. So I wrote to her, and with much excitement, she has told me that we are most welcome there.
I see. Well, thank you, Cyril, for everything. Is there anything else I need to read? Perhaps we could discover more on the way, since perhaps I have and you do not.
Yes, here. I brought everything that had any relation to Lord Avon and his rise to power.
Cyril? Wake up, child. It seems we're here now.
Oh, yes, I apologize. I find myself rather fatigued as of late. But yes, these are the great gates of the valley, home to House Calum. It has been a long while since I last visited.
No worries. I just wanted you to have some time to wake up is all. I myself have obviously never visited, but Lady Nacaea has visited Animo a few times. Stern? Lady Nacaea? I've never seen her as such. A very warm woman, is she not? Cold as the mountains itself. Hardly. She's as warm as var for molten lava. Let us exit then. It's finally time. Ready as I'll ever be, Livius.
Good greetings, little prince. It is a great pleasure to host you. I trust that your journey was most comfortable. Now, what of Cyril and Theina?
Right here, Lady Nacaea. Good greetings to you. It is of great joy to see you in such good health. I thank you for your graciousness and hospitality.
Oh, my dearest Cyril, how you've grown! A fine young man. Your father tells me you have entered the academy. Oh, what a proud aunt I am. You will grow to be a wonderful scholar as your father once was.
Thank you, Lady Nacaea. Your praises are far too kind. Auntie Nacaea.
Hello, Aunt Nacaea. I am so very glad to see you again, and to visit your home. I thank you for taking the time to host us. I do apologize for such late notice, but my time here will be ending shortly, and I must return home to Atticus soon.
Do not apologize, my darling child. I would suspend all affairs here if you needed me. Anything for my dearest family. Now let's go inside. It's cold out here. Now, it is my understanding that you came here in search of more information regarding your illness.
Yes. My illness has always been treated by my father, but little has worked, and he does not believe that anyone else can help. My father was a great healer, and perhaps his pride has clouded him. Any suggestions I give are waived. But I was granted a journey with my mother, to the great land at Penkos. But the medicine I received that I typically take did not lessen my suffering. Well, recently, anyway. My bloodlines, many and great, seem to have become increasingly obvious as I sicken. My scales are flared, my senses enhanced, and recently I have acquired a thirst for blood. Livius and I have theorized to be related to that of vampires.
Jill, that ungrateful and pathetic louse. He thinks he knows everything. But trust me, he is way in over his head. I apologize for speaking of your father in such a manner, but he has always been prideful to a fault, blinded by his own ambitions. Nevertheless, I am happy to help.
I have found some evidence in Cytus's library that there was a great trade of sorts between our dukedom and Mount Campi. It's noted as a great sacrifice from Duke Avon in his later years. Could this be?
Ah, yes. This is not well known to many, but this is what solidified our allyship. In the past, your people often traded certain goods to the dragonfolk for mining rights.
What sort of goods?
Humans. Oh, I know, it seems rather gruesome at first, doesn't it? Of course, the humans believed we ate them, treating them like delicacies, but was nothing of the sort. Well, later on, anyhow.
So, what made this great sacrifice so important compared to the others?
She was Duke Avon's illegitimate daughter, one he prized, apparently.
Do we know who the mother might have been?
It must have been the stewardess, the vampire woman, Etherbend.
This illegitimate daughter was not just a sacrifice, however. She was also our queen, mother to your great Queen Beltfoss.
Do you think, then, there might be more information upon this queen? Perhaps more on the effect of her lineage?
It is certainly plausible. Perhaps it would also be worth looking into the specifics on dragons as well, since it is all your symptoms that seem to act up.
Yes, I think that would be a very good idea.
Well then, welcome to my great library. You may read anything you like for the duration of your stay. I suggest we begin in this section over here. It documents anything and everything between the birth of Kincaid Bell to his death.
Thank you, Auntie. You too, Cyril. Let's begin then.
I found something. Come look at this.
Oh, finally! What have you found?
Here. This scroll details something interesting about the union of Lady Vendre, the sacrifice, and King Catebow. Supposedly, they were both struck with illness, but soon after their marriage, they were suddenly healthy once more. It was a unique ceremony that dealt with the use of blood magic and feeding.
Blood magic was a common occurrence back then, when the creatures born from Morena were still living with her memories. The Southlands continue such a tradition for marriage, isn't that right?
Yes, that is true. We cut our palms and bathe in water together, but it's not really magic. It is symbolic of Morena's blessing, but there's no drinking of blood involved. Do we know what they were afflicted with?
Queen Vendre? No. Kincaid Bell? Yes. As the dragons grew older, straying further from the grace of their creator, they grew sick with the madness. The madness was something associated only with the dragons. They were one of Morena's first creatures, and therefore very flawed. They were beings constructed of pure magic. As they grew older, they became more volatile, madness setting quicker if they were mixed with many elements. It was said, if the mana inside the body was uncontrolled, Shifting was uncontrollable. The mind was no longer one's own, and would lead to catastrophic destruction.
Then this ritual, the feeding, do you think it's what stopped the madness?
The feeding was part of a binding ritual, a contract set between the two. Perhaps it was King Cadbell's wish to stop the madness, hence why all those after his reign no longer suffered.
Right. So that perhaps solves the mystery. Then what about Queen Vendre? Perhaps it is the feeding itself that saved her.
It sounds the most likely, but I think it is time we rest.
But I have hardly made a dent in all these books. There could be more, perhaps on Queen Vendre's magic.
There might certainly be more information, but it is getting late. I believe it is your bedtime, Cyril. You have been nodding off, after all.
I wasn't. But very well, Aunt Nacaea. I could perhaps use some sleep. I bid you all good night, but I will do my utmost tomorrow to find some answers for you.
Good night, Cyril. Thank you.
You too. Theina, Livius, it's time we all rest. Do not worry, my dear. We have already found much information. Perhaps it may not make much sense now, but it will later. I will continue my search for information after you leave as well.
All right. I am rather feeling fatigued. My eyes are practically burning. Thank you once more again, Auntie.
Anything for you, dear. Now go, sleep. And Livius, do take care of my niece. She is fragile and in need of help. Help that our father cannot give her. Do everything that you can to save her. Throw away your own pride to do so. Now go. Good night, my children.
Perhaps I am beginning to experience madness. It is all leading me to this dragonborn illness. I cannot be sure, but that's what it seems like. If Vendre was indeed of vampire origin, and Cadbell a dragon, I am both. Thus far, it seems like that will only be a temporary fix. But I cannot continue to rely on... Oh, I didn't realize you could hear me that loudly. I was lost in my own thoughts. Though we have uncovered very little, something is making me rather nervous. I'm beginning to think that perhaps whatever this illness is, it might be related to the madness the dragonfolk experience. But it is odd. Why only myself? Why not my sisters or my brothers who share the same blood? I have no way to be sure yet, till we find more evidence of it. I can make but a few connections. My symptoms consist of a few things. 1, I produce blue flowers. 2, my various traits, which are usually subtle, become stronger and more noticeable. Typically my scales and nails and teeth. Madness is marked by both uncontrolled mana and shifting. Those blue flowers are often a symbol of Morena's magic. They're all over the church, in paintings, and even on the book St. Straya carries around. I don't understand what the flowers mean exactly, but I can assume it's some sort of manifestation of magic. While the increased intensity of my traits, perhaps in a way that is the uncontrollable shifting. And thus far, well, there's something else that makes me nervous. While the medicine has waned in effectiveness, but what has made me feel better is blood. Your blood. But I am beginning to think that it is a temporary fix as well. I've been getting weaker again. The journey has made me weary. I am afraid I will need to feed soon. And it is not a solution, just a bandage that will need to be replaced again and again. Of course it's a problem. I cannot be reliant on your blood. I do not want to hurt you. You would be willing. Livius, Well, I care for you. If being with me hurts you, I don't want to. We don't have to. I do want to be with you, but I don't want this illness of mine to hinder you. Surely it will become bothersome over time. Perhaps even blood will no longer make a difference, and I will only decline from there. Wouldn't you be better off with someone healthy? I've been a burden my whole life, Livius. Ever since I was young, when my illness first appeared, my father, he has done everything he can to protect me. I cause everyone around me so much stress, I can hardly endure it. I have a lot of guilt. Though it is no fault of my own, I just wish I didn't cause others so much pain. If we want a future together, it will be difficult. I will become your burden. This sudden discovery of love made me forget for a moment. It is important we think about your future, especially if mine may not be for long. I want us, but this sudden turn again, it makes me afraid, especially since I'll be far away again and there are so many barriers, so much that could go wrong. It's making me feel rather irrational, despite speaking so confidently just a few days before. These are serious matters, Livius. You may grow tired of me. I may no longer meet your needs. I might not be enough someday. Are you really willing to sacrifice so much for me? If you are sure. But what am I able to give up for you? If it is just my love you need, it is not a fair price. But if you are willing to do all that for me, if you can accept all of me, all the pain I may cause, then very well. I just wanted to know for sure. I wanted to be able to share my reservations with you first, since I'll be leaving soon. Once you knew of my thoughts, we could make it clear whether or not you wanted to continue our relationship. This sudden weakness has made me rather afraid. But I am glad that I can confide in you regarding my fears. Please let me know as well, if you have any reservations or worries or anything at all. We promise to be transparent after all. Do you have any reservations at this very moment? Oh. I wish I could stay as well. Forever, if I could. It would make things easier for the both of us. We could continue to grow our love more easily. None of this is ideal. But my love for you exceeds the pain it may cause. We are worth it. I know we will fight tooth and nail to make this work. Thank you for everything. Oh? What else are you worried about? I am much weaker again. I noticed a familiar sensation of thirst again. On the night we left the capital. I'm afraid I'll need to feed, if you are willing. Of course, I could always try an alternative. Perhaps an animal's blood? That is very greedy of you. I suppose, if you insist, it must be you. Would you allow me again tonight? A reward? What kind of reward? A secret? Well, how can I accept then? Nothing nefarious, you say. Fine, I believe you. Very well. Apologies for the sting. Much better. Did I hurt you? That's a relief. Let me clean this up. There. So, what sort of reward did you have in mind? Is that all you wanted? Very well. It is cold after all. Come here. It's much warmer in my arms, huh? Are you sleepy? Well, close your eyes. I do not mind. Oh, shh. You may stay. Stay forever, if you will. Shall I sing you a song?
Oh, to see without my eyes the first time